Right, now we move on to our Scottish part of today's podcast, as we have a large Scottish following on this forum, and we like to cover a lot of ground. Firstly, I'm going to start with the Motherwell fans. To Ernie, Falkirk fan said, "About time something was done. I now eagerly anticipate the next game they get postponed." This is after Motherwell were fined £20,000. Will be fined £20,000 of another match. Motherwell fans were disappointed lately to hear that the club will be fined £20,000 by the SPL if another match postponed this season because Fir Park's pitch is unplayable. Tony, a Falkirk fan, said this: "About time something was done. I now eagerly anticipate the next game they get postponed." Nicola Mormeyer saying, "With knowing nothing about the situation apart from the article really, the sanction also takes into account into the poor state of the club's playing surface last season. Seems a bit harsh in a sense considering they shared a pitch last season and Gretna wasn't up to SPL standards." Marshmallow says, "Bulk that decision. This should have happened last year, followed by a fine this year. They've done anything but grow up here. It's the very least they could have done." Gretna paid Motherwell a lot of money to get to share the pitch, and Motherwell were not forced to allow Gretna to share. They chose to take the money, and Gogo is a start and a step in the right direction in punishing those cheats. It's a start, but there's no point in Gogo then added, "It's a start, but there's no point doing it when the worst weather is past. The SPL constantly turned a blind eye last season as they knew they'd have to punish them, and now they've done the minimum possible with stupid time." Tony then replied, "It's been snowing a lot recently, so there's still a good chance of a game being postponed." And then our resident Amnesty Sprout Sai said, "Once again, the SPL's Golden Boys get away with fucking murder. We will now see any real action taken against cheese-eating widgy scumbags." Motherwell fans were disappointed lately to hear that the club will be fined £20,000 by the SPL if another match postponed this season because Fir Park's pitch is unplayable. Tony, a Falkirk fan, said this: "About time something was done. I now eagerly anticipate the next game they get postponed." Nicola Mormeyer saying, "With knowing nothing about the situation apart from the article really, the sanction also takes into account into the poor state of the club's playing surface last season. Seems a bit harsh in a sense considering they shared a pitch last season and Gretna wasn't up to SPL standards." Marshmallow says, "Bulk that decision. This should have happened last year, followed by a fine this year. They've done anything but grow up here. It's the very least they could have done." Gretna paid Motherwell a lot of money to get to share the pitch, and Motherwell were not forced to allow Gretna to share. They chose to take the money, and Gogo is a start and a step in the right direction in punishing those cheats. It's a start, but there's no point in Gogo then added, "It's a start, but there's no point doing it when the worst weather is past. The SPL constantly turned a blind eye last season as they knew they'd have to punish them, and now they've done the minimum possible with stupid time." Tony then replied, "It's been snowing a lot recently, so there's still a good chance of a game being postponed." And then our resident Amnesty Sprout Sai said, "Once again, the SPL's Golden Boys get away with fucking murder. We will now see any real action taken against cheese-eating widgy scumbags." Move on to the talk about the Burke-McGeady fight. I will lead you to the top line. Celtic manager Gordon Strachan has confirmed that goalkeeper Arthur Burke and teammate Aidan McGeady were involved in the training ground bust-up. Tony Falkirk fan said, "Got to love it when one of the old firm are falling apart. No surprise to see a large number of Celtic fans support the Irish player over the Polish." Sai said, "Burke has gone even higher in my estimations. He's done what we've all wanted for years. Go on, Arthur. It's not just one side of the old firm falling apart, it's both. It's comical watch. Come on, Dundee United." Tony then replied, "He well and truly lived the dream." Heister, the global mod and the United fan, said, "Read about this last night. Borough has said himself he gets on with no one in his side and has always came across as being a wanker, while McGreedy's certainly not shy of confrontation, so no major surprise. Would love to have seen it." Gogo said, "Borough will be going in the summer in my opinion if they can get anyone to take him. Saz looks coming in on a pre-contract and could slot into the team fairly easily. McGeady will stay at Celtic his entire career, content skinning ditties and being worshipped by bigots. But Borough will probably come to Newcastle. We need a keeper," said Supermark, the Newcastle fan. "Trust me, you do not want him. He's making a mistake on a regular basis, is overweight and has a massive head," Turney says, the Falkirk fan Turney. Beans, a Dundee fan, "We've been linked with Borough a lot in the past." And that concludes a lot of our podcast. Hello, and this is a roundup of all the latest news to do with TM forums. First, we will go to the fact that the Shoutbox reputation and the club forum moderators were removed. Turney said that he would like to thank the people who were in these roles for their efforts over the past few months, and he said details of further changes will be released later on. Iston said, "Good news, well done staff team," and Nuquam said, "Nice to see action taken and comments taken on board after the recent suggestions. Well done lads, keep it up." Supermax said, "Thank Christ, well played lads. Look forward to new changes." Sweet Cookie said, "I'm especially happy with the removing of that reputation thing, because let's be honest, my reputation was awful." Also, the opening of a 12-man blog is another step in the right way for the forum, with it being run by Fabster. It'd be fairly well key for a few months while we try to get on news now. A competition is currently being run to find another 2 blog writers. Why don't you go into it at tmforums.net? Also, there is a global moderator positions up for grabs. And the member of the month is also going to be used from now on. And this concludes the end of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for my scraggly voice. It's just that I've got a cold, a very, very bad cold.